Freedom is scary. With freedom, there's uncertainty. With freedom, there is no safety net. But history shows that the greater your freedom, the greater your potential prosperity. On Thursday, June 23rd, Great Britain will be voting as to whether to stay in the European Union or exit the European Union. And the propaganda on both sides of the issue has been elevated to a level that is absolutely disgusting. The Remain camp is preaching economic Armageddon if Great Britain leaves the EU, and the breakup and demise of the entire European Union as a result. Now, I think that if Great Britain leaves and the other 27 countries in the European Union just throw their hands up in the air and say, that's it, we quit, Britain is out, and so this thing cannot withstand that. If it's not that resilient, that means that they were all having doubts in the first place. That means that they all secretly were thinking about leaving the EU anyway. That means that the EU should break up and fade into the dustbin of history. But I think that not a whole lot will happen. I think that, the world is going to go through a big economic downturn in the coming years. I think that Britain's exit from the EU, if it happened, that the EU will blame some of Britain's woes on their exit from the EU, and it will have absolutely nothing to do with it. It's just part of the cycle. I do think that there could be a few other countries that might consider leaving the EU. I think the EU would probably survive, and I think that the countries that decide to continue under the European Union will end up paying for it with less prosperity and greater regulation. But the thing that's really disgusting is how both sides of the issue are using things like the brutal murder of Joe Cox to try and point at the other side and say that that other side of the issue, that those people are evil. It's time for everybody to look at history and look at what history teaches and what economics teach. And what history shows is that the greater your freedom, the greater your potential prosperity. Yes, with freedom you have uncertainty. Yes, with freedom you have no safety net. Yes, freedom is scary. But all alternatives to freedom are worse. This is Mike Maloney. Thank you very much for listening. If you got something from this video, please like it and share it. We'll see you next time.